Good morning, Yu-Gi-Oh fans. We're going to do a small market watch after this, but just thought we'd go into some basic news right now. And that essentially is, we have, no, I suppose some of you may have already known this, an update to the COVID situation. So, as we're all aware, the crush card stopped everyone from playing for a little bit. Mine must just look very weird. Who knows? So yeah, everything was turned off for a few months. As of the 20th of June, and you guys were watching this on the 1st of July, and I'm recording this on the 30th of June, so essentially 10 days late, 11 days late. Everything should be back to normal within reason, and obviously at your local game store's discretion. You can find your nearest store or store that you prefer in the store locator. There are some with the CDC and the WHO to say, like, you know, what you can do and what you can't do. Generally this will be something along the lines of how many people you can have in the store at the same at one time, depending on how the square footage of the store, and obviously the discretion of the business owner. But for the UK, and I'm thinking it says like Oceania, so Australia, New Zealand, Tasmania, and any of the small islands off sort of the southern coast of the oceanic seas. Let's get the game rolling again. Now, for America's just been told that you ain't playing, and you ain't playing till at least September. So, if you're an American and you're watching this and you're like, what do I do with my cards? If you've got some big money cards right now, you sell them. You got a Lightning Storm and you're going to play till September, October, November, maybe not till next year. Maybe it'll be over a year till we can play again. Sell those cards. They're still worth about $100. Sell, sell, sell. Appaloosa, we know we're getting a reprint of that very soon. Sell, sell, sell. In all fairness, we could be getting 2 reprints of Appaloosa very soon. Not only could we be getting it in the Mega Tins 2020, we also know we're getting alternate art gold rarity in Maximum Gold. So, if you guys are wondering what to sell, what to buy, what to get rid of, essentially, if you aren't playing, you don't need it for a local tournament in your area, especially if locals aren't being allowed to be held because of the COVID-19 situation, sell. Sell your stuff that you don't want to keep as collectionary stuff. Obviously, if it's stuff like if you sell, you think you'll never get it back again, don't bother. But if it's stuff like, as I said, Lightning Storms, obviously it's just $300 burning a hole in your pocket, you go sell that. Appaloosa, it's only going to get cheaper and cheaper as we go along. Sell. Even things maybe like Pot of Extravagance, if you've got the secret rare version. As I said, it's not much more expensive than the ultra rare version, but it's still a few extra dollars in your pocket. So, with this being said, let's get into a market watch and see what we can find now with all these lucky deals going on. Right then, guys, so just going to start off here with Appaloosa. As always, so many of you already telling everyone to settle it now, it's going to be trash money soon, burn it in a garbage can, there's be thousands everywhere. No, don't do that. Do not set fire to cards, especially pretty cards, because they don't really give you enough energy of heat to condone the burning of cards. Don't burn cards. Look at you people out there who used to burn Charizard cards as a kid. So, Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. Secret rare. Now, as I normally say, Starlight Rares, no matter what Starlight Rare it is, everyone has this weird thing in the back of their head now that means every single Starlight is worth money. So there's no point doing a market watch on Starlight Rares unless we just do a market watch on Starlight Rares about how perceived money is. So, I'm just going to do regular stuff, because when I look at the Starlight Rare for these, I'm not thinking of what's playable. I'm thinking about, you know, what's something you're going to put in your binder and pick out in like 15 years time and go like, hope it's worth 10 grand now. Look at some people with some of their older stuff out there. Yeah, it didn't value very well, did it? But this might, so that's the difference. So, 184 of these currently available on the market. That is hell of a lot. That is shockingly high. I mean, we already know there's a good chance we're going to get this in the Mega Tins. At the same time, they announced we're doing a different artwork for Appaloosa as a maximum rare gold, which means, hey, maybe it's not going to be in the Mega Tins because they can save that slot for a different card that definitely needs it. We can happily put this in that and not have to do both. We can definitely do both still and double dip the paint, as they say. Same with IP Masquerena. I believe they announced that IP Masquerena was also going to be one of the cards in Maximum Gold. Don't quote me on this, I will check it out after I'll do some editing. I'll put up there saying no, he's a big liar. Again, that could be in both. They can double dip and make some extra money. I mean, I don't blame them. Some people like, well, I like this in an ultra rare rarity, or some people might say, This is trash. I like the alternate art version. But that's totally down to you. And maybe your wallet. If we're looking, this is what we're looking here for our Unlimiteds. First edition. The first edition is in German at 59. And then first English edition is 60. So, still relatively good price. I mean, not so long ago these were like going for 80. If we look at the market prices here, at the end of May, looking at 77. And now we're going down to 63 on average. So yeah, you're sort of paying the a much better price than what you were paying literally a month ago. But then, as I say, everyone's now got the mindset of we know it's coming out, we've got to sell. So, don't really blame you. I always wonder what's wrong with these cards though. This guy's literally just like, I just want some money. Oh, okay. He's a new seller. So, fingers crossed, guys. Gizmek Rochi, the Serpatron Sky Slasher. So, this is pretty much one of these mill deck cards. I personally think it's a cool card. I don't play mill decks, but I definitely wouldn't say not to have one of these just in the collection, just in case maybe one day I say, hey, I fancy playing some Grandju, or maybe I want to play this bad boy one day. If I can see it, there you go. Play some Tyranno Infinity. Just mill my whole deck out. Have a 36,000 beat stick of dinosaur love. Yeah. So the new seller here, coming from Croatia. Ooh. Yeah. So there are a few first editions on sale on market in English. Yeah. So what's this price last month? So last month this was 18. Now looking around about the 13 to 14. Yeah, 13.50 to 14. So it is coming down slightly in price. Again, it's Rising Rampage. That's going to be in the mega tins. There's a good chance this is going to become a ultra rare or a super rare, or is they really fancy a common card. I don't think we have any Gizmecs that are commons yet, so there we go. Although saying that, I think this is like one of the original ones. It's this guy, the weird ram and the fox, right, so far? And no, that's it, yeah, that's it so far, isn't it? We get next one in Rise the Duelist. Starlight Seaford. Again, it's Chaos Impact. It's definitely looking for a possible reprint in the next upcoming mega tin. Prices have constantly been around about the low 20s to mid 20s for a good while now. If we have a quick look here, it did go down as low as 20 at the end of last month, but at the yeah, so you're looking around, like I said, low 20s to 25. If you are worried about this card and you've got like a one or two, maybe you got a playset of this, you're like, I don't know what to do with it. Worst case scenario is you sell it now. You make 25 per card, 22 per card, and then it's not reprinted in the megatins, but it might be reprinted. Maybe in the next year's super duper collectors, get all your card tins, or it could be in the maximum rarity gold. This is the problem. As I've said before, I'm very good at trying guessing when things are going to come out. The biggest problem with megatins is, as much as we know that Chaos Impact will be in there, as much as we know that Rising Rampage will be in there, as much as we know that Savage Strike will be in there, as much as we know Dane will be in there, they can just put literally all the trash cards in there and put better rarities. And you can go, oh, okay, so we're not getting Borrowload Savage? No, we did think you wanted it. Not like it's only got one printing and it's pretty much like one of the most staple cards in the set. We didn't know you wanted that card. We couldn't imagine that not telling you what was in these mega tins would make you buy loads of them and you didn't get anything you wanted. Oops. Oopsie. No, but things like this, things like Apollosa, things like IP Masquerena, things like Borrowload Savage Dragon, things like Mech Knight, Avarist. I can't remember that guy's name. The cool guy, the rank 4 guy, the cool Link guy, who looks like a cool knight elf dude. Wears blue and white. That guy, you know him, that one. Yeah, he looks pretty cool. I think we might do some Dane. I think we might do some Savage Strike tomorrow. Just see what else is in there, because I think the only other like really expensive card, in brackets of expensive, is Cherubini, which I don't think is that expensive anymore, because I think the Burning Ghost players was like, it was okay, just didn't really do anything. IP Masquerena, speaking to the devil, again, Chaos Impact. So these are essentially your most expensive cards from Chaos Impact. It is obviously mega tinable. I do believe they did say about it being in maximum gold, he says, again, not knowing for sure. But yeah, it's prices are starting to slowly come down. This was £30 not so long ago. First edition English. Yeah. It's as we get closer and closer and closer to mega tins, prices are going to start slowly coming down, drip feed, drip feed, drip feed. The second we know what's in the tins, if it's not in the tins, it's going to go up again. So there you go. Striker Dragon. I'm definitely looking forward to having this. It's coming down in price quite well. I mean, last time I looked at this card, I think it was around about 20. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say no to a €10 Striker Dragon. Or obviously if you want it in German, or if you want it in Italiano or Spanish maybe. Got a French one here for 10. Italian for nearly 11. I don't see no Spanish. Don't see no Spanish. Yeah, again, Chaos Impact definitely looking like it could be a reprint coming soon. Solomon Great Pyro Phoenix. Now this is really weird because I hear like two sides of the story for this card. You either get the Solomon Great players that are like, this is like really cool. It's nice to have like a bossa monster in our decks that can do all this stuff. It's fantastic. It's the best. I run like 12 of these if I could, because you only have to run 3, and then you only really run 2. So I don't know. But then you hear people saying like, this is trash. Don't use this. Don't use this weird looking metabot thing. You want to use something like Access Code Talker. I was like, yeah, Access Code Talker's really good, but you didn't have Access Code Talker till like the last couple of months or so. You know, this was your boshish monster for the last like 6 months, so it's okay. You can change who your boss monster is. It's fine. Don't need to be upset by it. But no, this is a good card. It has a Starlight rarity as well, so that's always going to be worth a bit of money. Price of this is coming down slowly over time. 7 for an English, not too bad. I think when I got these earlier in the year, like very much early in the year, I think I paid like £8 for each of mine, so prices did go up, prices did come down, so I'm not too upset with that. But yeah, Access Code Talker has soon taken the place of this, as well as Transition Code Talker. I'll show you what I'm on about, but I can't remember where I put it. A Gallant Granite as an ultra rare. So if this was to get reprinted in the Mega Tins, which it might be, obviously Rocks took off. At one point this was super hard to get hold of. As you can see now, not so much. Flooded the market again. Yeah, we have over 1,000 copies available. I remember at one point this was down to probably about 90 copies, and people were just like, we can't get hold of it fast enough. We need at least 3 of these a deck, right? It's like, no, you play one, you play one, you play one. You almost never play more than one of any XZ monster in your deck, you crazy people. But yeah, not much to say really. It's come down in price a bit. I mean, there was a mad spike in the price at one point, which was like 5. Then he went to 6 early in the month. I'm not really sure what happened there. But yeah, if you are slowly getting yourself into Emancipators, or maybe you're looking forward to the Fossil Dino deck from Jim Croc, I know I am, then yeah, Gallant Granite is going to be really good. But yeah, there was a chance of him obviously being a Megatin reprint. He's already an ultra rare. I could probably see him maybe being a common. Going up to a prismatic would be really weird. But then again, I think you got to think like, what would be a prismaticable card in like these 4 sets, and that's if they don't include things from Battle Legends, which they sometimes do, or like one of the cider sets. So you have to kind of imagine like, well, what card did we get that wasn't really that good in terms of like rarity, but actually came to be a really good card. Like I can imagine like in 21 Megatins, XL Parallel Dragon, or was it XL Parallel XL? That could be like an ultra rare, that could be a super, or that could be like a prismatic, because that's just a really good card. Like it runs well in Dragon Link. It apparently runs well in custom Dragon decks. It runs well in like the Red Eyes deck. It runs well in any Cyverse deck. You know, it's got quite a lot of diversity for what it is. Same with Noctavision Dragon. Well, that's apparently really good in Red Eyes decks. It's really good in Dragon like oriented decks. I think someone said it was okay in things like Dinosaurs as well as some Cyverse decks. So I mean, it's playable. That's what you want to see. Common cards that are playable and actually have a use are always good. So when they get reprinted, it would be nice to see if they can actually get a rarity upgrade. Because I'm sure, like myself, you guys do enjoy having You know, shiny cards. Especially when you're drawing and you go, oh, full of shiny cards, it's great. Shiny. Right then, Lightning Storm, as we're talking about this. Now, I hadn't realised this came down in price as much as it had been, because last time I looked at this, it had been a while ago. And yeah, I think last time I saw it, it was around about this price mark. So I didn't realise it's been like 3 weeks since we looked at Lightning Storm. I do apologise. I do try not to look at the same cards over and over again. Although some weeks it will be like, hey, Monday, let's look at this card. Hey, Wednesday, let's look at this card. Hey, Thursday, let's look at this card. Hey, Friday, hey, Saturday, hey, Sunday. Because sometimes the card prices just go up and up and up and up to the point of like, if you've got one, you need to sell it because it's not going to stay this high forever. As you can see, in English, 78 is the cheapest in English first edition. Again, you're still saving like £12 what you set, like, you know, not so long ago. I do recommend, obviously, keeping your eye on these. America has now basically declared there's no tournaments going on now. A few of these might be popping up on the eBay, maybe some TCG play if you don't mind buying from America. I don't think many Americans put on, obviously, the European card market, or I don't know if there is really an American card market, but I've heard there is. I don't really know. I'm sorry. As you never really see, like, you know, America selling things here. So keep your eyes peeled. Some people might be selling them. You might get yourself a deal. Just keep your eyes where you want them. And then Sky Striker Ace of Rose. So I don't know if this got short printed at some point, because not many. Basically, it came out and everyone was like, Sky Strikers can't do Sky Striker things now. They banned our cards. It's sad. It's sad. And then Ryan, who won, like, and a lot of things like, Sky Strikers are still the best, yo. So this card just keeps going up and up and up and up and up in price. Since he won, I haven't seen or heard anyone playing Sky Strikers again. So I don't know if it was just in the fields and people were just like, well, you know, he did something good, so we need to get these cards in now while we can before the world burns down from all the chaos and everything around us. But yeah, the prices are just going up and up and up for this card. I don't understand why. As I said, I haven't seen anything about Sky Strikers since the original tournament. Like, what was that now? Like a month ago? Month and a half ago? So yeah, like, Ryan, whatever you did, you hope you earned a ton of these and you made some money off them. Yeah, but there you go. So that's today's episode. Sorry it was a bit more lethargic than usual. Long day, but we're getting there. So, hope you guys have enjoyed yourself. Hope any of this was informative, and if you guys are actually looking for cards on the market, I swear I read my articles. There we have it. So I will see you guys next time. Peace out. You enjoy the 1st of July. You only get one of those a year. Goodbye.